Good morning, everyone. It's such a bright morning. To some, it's too hot. To some, it's okay. But here we are, 7:30 on the dot, and we are here trying to share what we do every day, Monday to Friday. Monday, those ones that are joining us for the first time, Monday we have Brave Water. On Tuesday, we've got Mindset Change Program. On Wednesday, it's an open market day where we invite everyone to come on this platform and just share what they have to share. And on Thursday, we've got our Dr. Nelly, and on Friday, we've got Dr. Jackie with healthy tips. Today is a very special day. I was just remembering the day we launched the Mindset Change program, and this was my launch dress. As you can see, I was just trying to remind myself to say, it pays to be consistent and it pays to show up. So can we take a moment and just ask someone, to just join in, to just log in, take a moment and just log in, tag your friend, tag that someone who you didn't see for some time and say, there are things happening. Are you ready? Are you intentional on the things that you want to be doing? Are you persistent? Are you that person who doesn't take no as an answer? And when you take no, it gives you strength because no's give you that this thing is not working. Can you do it this way? And always remember that whatever you're doing, there's someone who is looking. So who is seeing what you're doing? Tag them so that they'll be able to continue coming online with us. We pray today is such a special day. On 1st of November, it was my birthday. It was also a day of All Saints. We pray and we just give thanks to God for things that are happening in our lives. So I just want to say thank you. I start with the thank yous for all those that were able to join, the launch, celebrate my birthday, and just share with me the happiness that is going around myself and our team and the family, because these are the things that make us feel good. These are the things that make us connect, and these are the things that really make us grow. So I just want you to feel this air of change that is coming, this air of change that is saying, yes, you can do it, this air of change that is saying we can all be part of the game. So 8th of March 2020, the cocktail chats on Mindset Change Process program was launched. And this is why today, those ones that are joining our call for the very first time, my name is Sylvia Bimwansa, or simply Sunshine, because I just want to be happy. And, whenever the sun is up, I know that I am well and I'm equal to the task that is ahead of me. So if you have woken up today, just know that you're well, because there are so many people that didn't wake up today. There are so many people that are not feeling well. There are so many people with so much noise around us that we cannot be able to thrive. But as long as you have woken up, those challenges should be able to turn them into opportunities, because they're just showing you that you can be able to, to engage, and you can be able to change something around you. If you cannot change it, join the team. So I usually actually like to engage special dates. 8th of March, those ones who follow the world, 8th of March is celebrated, every year as International Women's Day, and everyone is happy with it, and it's linked to the United Nations. And this is where we speak of the SDGs, what is happening around gender issues, what is happening around women, what is happening around the youth, what is happening around the world, so that as women who are, challenging the status quo, can be able to share, certain things and come up with issues that are really making the world a better place to be. So the launch of the National Mindset Change Campaign, in partnership with the Office of the Vice President, Department of National Guidance and Religious Affairs, was launched on 1st of November, the day of All Saints. usually a holiday around the world, because I know it's a holiday, because we've got big noise, around our family. We've got a funeral of my little sister, my mother's baby sister's daughter died in Poland. And also these holidays affect things, but some they're celebrating, some they're doing certain things, some it is just these things that we take for granted that we are busy sharing. So up to date, this was last on Sunday. It was 2 weeks. We are still waiting for the body to arrive. But it has given us time to think, time to reflect, time to share in the family the things that affect us. But if you actually dwell in the emotion realm of what's going on, you actually also miss out on the opportunities that are coming. So we've been, like for me, I've been emotionally stressed, but I said, what would probably my little sister be looking up to say, oh, this is what is happening. How can I be able to mourn her? So I mourn her with the things that make me feel, replace the emotions that are happening at the time to the things that I really want to happen in life. So we went ahead and launched this this day. It doesn't subtract from the feeling that I have once I've finished doing what I'm doing. So all of us, when we are faced with the issues, let's deal with them at the right time, and let's deal with them with what is going to add on, not what is going to subtract, with the way we feel and the way we act on issues. So we did celebrate that day as my birthday, and also 1st November as the Day of All Saints. So this a partnership with the Office of the Vice President, Department of National Guidance and Religious Affairs, has brought a lot of positive attributes in the Mindset Change Process program. We have discovered that the 6 areas of the Wheel of Life actually intertwines with the values and principles of national, values. And I was sharing with my team. I said, have you seen how these things are just getting on with family and home, values, the culture, mental and education, what you think and how you're going to, achieve the things that you want, and how are you going to learn, how are you going to shift the things that you don't want to the things that you want, financial and career. For you to be able to thrive in your financial and career, you need to pay attention to the environment, and you need to be in a correct mindset. Your values at work, your values at home determines what position you're going to get, how you're going to earn your money. Are you going to earn your money, in a correct environment and also use it correctly? Or it also tells you, if you have got bad values and you don't have any principles, your physical and health, spoke of the Wheel of Life, is going to be affected, because what you do and how you get to down to get things is going to be affecting you. It also spoke about spiritual, because the National Guidance and Religious Affairs is speaking about how spiritual are we. And as you know, Zambia is a Christian nation. So spiritual is one area where we all must pay attention to. It doesn't matter which church you go to, but spiritually, we are all aligned to something that we believe in. But then also it's talking about, if you have to have good values and principles, you have to be ethical. So spiritual and ethical comes in as intertwined with the values and principles that the nation is expecting of us. It also talks about your social, what networks do you belong in that will make you, other people see your value and the principles that you hold. Because the social part of it is the people that we interact with. Are you interacting with people who are not ethical? Are you interacting with people who are, great? Who are you interacting with? So those people that we interact with are the ones that actually came to help us launch this a partnership for us to drive, because the also the Vice President has got the mandate. SBM has got the tools for us to be able to show that how we are going to shift this mindset, because mindset is not a one-day fix it. It's a process. So by using the tools that we have, then we are going to help, maintain or accelerate the mindset that we want, so that our values and principles can sit well in this one body that we have. And the cultural part are actually the values themselves. What will people be saying? What do people say about you when you're not there? Those are your values. And we take it so much for granted that it's only today, I was only fighting today. But you would never know who is looking. You never know who is checking on you. You never know who is going to say today. And with social media, whatever you do now is no longer private. So we have to really take care of the values that are in our own environment. So this is what it is that we found, that the mindset change process campaign will assist in the productivity of the, like the people that are our great partners. One of them is the Ministry of Labor. Ministry of Labor holds the mandate to propagate productivity in the nation through the various departments. Like there's a department solely for productivity and quality of the things that we are dealing with. So they are very much interested in the program. And today actually at 16 hours we start the process with the team, with the head, so that they can understand what this program is all about. And then at the end of the day, they will be able to to pick the things that need to be done in there. So this is how everyone is our partner. But for this thing to get on, it has to have those change agents. And we found that Ministry of Labor can be part of our change agents that can help us propagate the national values and principles that we can be able to drive it effectively and efficiently without leaving anyone behind. We have researched and said, what are these hashtags that every Zambian would be willing to engage in? It will be also amusing to note that all the 7 presidents that have ruled Zambia operated in the values and principles that have been put across. And these hashtags therefore relate to all citizens in the country, regardless of which party one belongs to. They will be engaged. There will be, we are hopeful that there will be this engagement, which is showing us that this is the correct way of doing things. And I just want to remind you, wherever you are watching us from, that Zambia has the 6 pillars for national values and principles enshrined in the Constitution, chapter 8. So, number 1 of the 6 pillars of the national values and principles is democracy and constitutionalism. Democracy and constitutionalism. This also plays very well in this, in the 7 hashtags that we have created. Hashtag number 4 and hashtag number 7. You are going to hear about them. So, human dignity is number 2. Human dignity, equity, social justice, equality, and non-discrimination is also part of the hashtags on number 5, 2, and 7. Then number 3, we've got patriotism and national unity. Patriotism and national unity. This is also embedded in hashtag number 1 and in hashtag number 7. So the 4th one is morality and ethics. You will see how even in the wheel of life, they are just in sync. Morality and ethics. This is in the spiritual and ethical. When we talk of number 5, good governance and integrity, it is also speaking to hashtag number 6 and number 7. Sustainability development. If we have to sustainably develop ourselves, we have to be in a correct mindset. Our financial and career spoke of the will of life, our family and home, because there's nothing that you're going to sustain. There's nothing that is going to be developed if you're not in a mindset that is asking you to do certain things. And these are the six pillars of our national values and principles. And we are all encouraged to know them. If we know them, then these it will get us to be able to explain to the little ones when they are growing up, and to also everyone else that is in our space. And even yesterday, when we were at one of our partners, who the also the vice president introduced us, they said, what you're doing is really great. We've got partners, the ethical institute of leadership academy. We didn't know them, but when we were talking about how we are going to roll this out, they said, we are going to link you to these to the people that we've also given a partnership letter, affirmation partnership letter, so that you can work together. We feel that despite there are good programs that they are happening, because many Zambians have got a closed mind, it will not work, because we need, first of all, to change mindset. Then all the programs that we have lined up, to instill good leadership, good values, they're going to sit well. And we said, oh, okay. So they introduced us to them, and we launched the program with them. We give each other solidarity, so that we can be able to sincerely manage this, because it's huge. This mindset change program is huge, and it's taking us to those places where we wouldn't have been, because now, Ethical Institute, they've done a program to go into schools, and we are saying these issues that we have, if we can start with the young people, if they know that this is how you grow up with good values and principles, and they've got a correct mindset from the beginning, we are going to see change happening, because we are saying, the youth of today are the leaders of tomorrow. And since most of us have got a negative mindset, in ourselves, the way we are complaining every day, things are not working, I'm unlucky. We have put out this negative perception to everything that we have failed to see the good thing that is happening around us. So the hashtags created are in line within the pillars for national values. Everyone will relate with them, starting with the first president, KK, to the end, to where we are today with the seventh president in President Hakainde Hichilema. I want you to think in the positive as you relate to these hashtags. I don't want you to even have a negative thought around it, because there's something that we want to achieve, out of our chats. So I want you to type in the chat box that I will relate in the positive, so that no one is left behind, so that I am in that correct mindset that I'm going to duplicate myself. So I just want you to just have a moment and, say, I am in a correct mindset, and I'm going to relate, what I'm sharing in a positive way. Then I'm going to be ready to share the hashtags that we have prepared, for you, that are going to be used to propagate national values and principles, and share into the mindset that we really want. Let me see those comments. Coming. I would like to see the comments coming, so that I am ready to tell you the hashtags. Are you ready to receive the hashtags? Are you ready? Are you ready to receive the hashtags? Are you ready? Someone is saying, I'm ready. Gift is saying, I'm following. Godfrey, good morning and thank you. Godfrey was part of our launch. He traveled all the way from Mozambique as a consultant of change, and he is the one who actually saw us just, he actually made us open our eyes, because for us, we're just going to change mindset, because our tools is about changing mindset. He came in with another, picture to say, even if you change mindset, we have to be intentional of where are we directing, where are the gaps in the SDGs, where are the gaps? So he helped us see the gaps in our own country. We saw those gaps, and it was so amazing. And this is why even the Minister of Labor, who was officiating with the Ministry of also the Vice President, said, "Oh, we have got a lot of work to do. We've got a lot of work to do, because we are there." And thank you for those ones that are following. So I've got some energy, and I'll be able to actually say, how are we managing the mindset change process? How are we going to do the campaign? How are we going to make sure that this is what it is that we want? So hashtag number one, drum rolls. Hashtag number one. Maybe, Rev, you could be able to play that clip that we prepared, so that we can just all be in this feeling of greatness, feeling of one Zambia, one nation.
Okay, let me play it. Just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. You know these. So okay, we just want to make sure we get it right.
Okay. Thank you so much. So hashtag number one is One Zambia, One Nation, Tiende Pamozi, which speaks to pillar number 3, patriotism and national unity. Because this is what it is that we get. And that was the message for our founding president, Kenneth Kaunda. So those ones who are still feeling, the First Republic can be able to relate. And this is how we are not going to leave anyone behind, because the ministry or the Office of the Vice President, Director of the National Guidance and Religious Affairs, told us that don't leave anyone behind. And so our research on the things that people would like to see took us to these hashtags. So hashtag, maybe as we say the hashtag, someone please type them in the chat box. Hashtag number one is One Zambia, One Nation. In brackets, Tiende Pamozi, because that's what it means. One Zambia, One Nation. Let's type those hashtags, because we are going to be using those hashtags. Hashtag number 2, empowerment for all. Empowerment for all. And this is why, even on the clip, if I'm sure we are going to send it in our group chats, empowerment for all, there's enough for everyone. This actually speaks to pillar number 2, human dignity, equality, equity, social justice, equality, and non-discrimination. Because these are the issues that we face every day. So if there is human dignity, if there is fair share of the equity in the country, there is the social justice, there is equality and non-discrimination of everyone, we are going to be able to, everyone is going to be empowered. So empowerment for all, and no one should be left behind, whether you are able-bodied, or challenged bodied, or whatever it is, physically handicapped. All these, we are not going to leave anyone behind. There's going to be empowerment. So hashtag number 3, accountability, which brings rewards. And in hashtag number 2, we can relate to the second president of the Republic of Zambia, where most of the sitting tenants of those houses, they were empowered. There was just that new wave of feeling that you had something that you wanted to do. So hashtag number 3 is accountability, which brings rewards for all. Accountability brings rewards for all. This speaks to pillar number 5, good governance and integrity. You saw in the third president of Zambia that there was accountability. You couldn't go late to work. You were not lazing around. You were accountable for your own time. And when this speaks to pillar number 5, good governance and integrity, we start to feel, ourselves being equal to the task. And these are the issues that we feel are going to be possible, even when you hear those ones that really were in the presence of President Michael Chiruchasata, would be able to engage and say, I will remain accountable. I will remain accountable so that I can bring rewards for myself and for all the people that are around me. So hashtag number 4, rule of law and constitutionalism. Rule of law and constitutionalism. This speaks to pillar number 1 and pillar number 4, morality and ethics. You saw how President Mwanawasa just made sure that there was rule of law and people should be able to obey the constitution. And we saw some semblance, and we are not just making it because it's out there. We researched and we saw that what can we relate our hashtags to. So number 4, rule of law. If we can all be in the rule of law, most of these things that are happening, we're not going to be going every day to court, every day disobeying the constitution, and then something happens and then we are able to go. Zambia is a Christian nation. How can we have rule of law that speaks to what we want? So these are some of the things that we should be able to just speak on and say, this is what is happening. So yes, we can see those hashtags coming on. Just repeat them, because these are the hashtags. Depending on what hashtag speaks to you most, you get that. We're going to do the lapel pins. We're going to do bandanas. It's just gonna be all viral, speaking about the values and principles that we want in our country. So hashtag number 5, there is enough for everyone. There is enough for everyone. And this actually is what I believe in myself. Before we even thought about it, it's in my hashtag, there's enough for everyone, so that whatever I'm doing, I find someone else is doing it. I just saw, oh, there's enough for everyone. I can take my space, I can be my space, I can put my table here and thrive. So if we all believe that there's enough for everyone, we're not going to be feeling, I can't go there because she did this for me, she stole my program, she did this, she did that. As long as we are able to do our portion wherever we are, there will always be enough for everyone. This speaks to pillar number 2, human dignity and equity. There's enough for us to share, regardless of who we are, what we present, and how we take on the things. So just type that one. That one you must be able to get it. Everyone must be able to type and say there's enough for everyone. And for sure, that's what we're going to be feeding in. And you can see this when President Banda took office. There was already rule of law. There was already, people were obeying the constitution. So there was thriving. There was money that was trickling down in the pockets of the people. You can go and we could feel the resources that were there, because we're almost the Zambia's debt was written off and all those things. We were remembering this even during the president of the funeral of former finance minister, the late Magande, where all these things were taken off, and we were saying, oh, there was enough for everyone. There was a feeling of people having enough for everyone. So this speaks to values, the pillar for number 2, human dignity. There was some dignity, there was some equity that was coming, ahead of that. Then we've got pillar number 6, hashtag abundance is possible. Abundance is possible. Speaks to pillar number 6, sustainable development. If you look in Zambia is a construction site. Wherever you look, there are buildings, there are nice houses, nice offices. There's so much that is going on. Abundance is possible when we follow the rule of law, when we follow that there's enough for everyone, where we know that in Zambia we should start to make millionaires. Once we make these millionaires, there will be abundance, and abundance is possible, which speaks to pillar number 6. And this came out of just the last president that we had, President Lungu, who took over from President Sata. And those were some of the things that we did where we were accountable and things like that. And then this abundance can be possible when we follow the rules, when there's enough for everyone, and when there is a really abundance in the environment. Despite the noise that surrounds abundance is possible because we cannot rule that out. And then our current president, who actually has made this to be a talk where national mindset change is possible. He is every day talking about mindset change. How can we be able to actually utilize this time for a national mindset change, which speaks to pillar 1, pillar number 2, pillar number 3, pillar number 4, pillar number 5, national values, number 6, everything. So this is what it is required, and this is why we are doing this campaign, is because the president wants a national mindset so that all these things that has happened can come to pass. All these things that are there, we are speaking, there's abundance, there's enough for everyone, there's everything that we need. But why are we where we are? It's because of this mindset of wanting things to happen, but you're not ready yourself to do it. So change starts with me, change starts with you, and change starts when the whole nation is ready for this. And this is the mandate that, in partnership with also the Vice President, Department of National Guidance and Religious Affairs, who have got a mandate to propagate national values and principles, have partnered with us with the tool to help change mindset, that we can be able to have this last hashtag, national mindset change is possible. And we are all going to be change agents wherever you're talking, wherever you are, wherever you're speaking from, wherever you're watching us from. How we are able to do this is because we are ready, you are ready, you are the change agent, so we make you feel part of this. So if we can all embrace these hashtags, incorporate them into the wheel of life for our everyday living, we will literally be living a discipline, because you need the discipline for us to be able to do this. We are going to be productive. We're going to have a productive life as demanded by tenets and dictates of our constitution. This is being able to run with whatever it is that we do, because we've got the power. The mandate lies in the office of the Vice President. Let's help everyone. Let's be part of this. You're all welcome to just wear a tag. I am a change agent. I am, part of the rule of law. I am part of making things be in abundance. I am part of being positive. I'm part of whatever I want. So these are the things that together would be able to shine, will be able to show cause, and will be able to, to just share into the happiness and, the morals that we need, so that our values and principles can be enhanced as our everyday life, starting from everyone, and we are not leaving anyone behind. And this is an invitation for all of you to be part of this national mindset change campaign. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm signing off. This is Sunshine signing off from today is Tuesday, and we start one of our lessons. If you want to be part of this, you can get in touch with those numbers that are scrolling there, or just say, I want to be part of this, and we can enroll you on the program, because you have to be a product of the product for you to be able to propagate national values and principles in a correct mindset. Thank you so much, and have a blessed day.